Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making. Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, Larry W. Brooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we had over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good day. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network Live. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in our great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, you can reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this week on the Prime Real Estate Network Live, and we have a really exciting show planned for you all. You know, today's show is built around the Brooks and Davis Annual Real Estate Summit. It'll be coming down the pipe really soon, and we have a very special guest to inform everyone and give us all the details about that magnificent event. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce this week's guest. This fine gentleman you've seen on the Prime Real Estate Network in the past. He hosts multiple online real estate shows on YouTube. We host the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show together on Mondays. It's always a pleasure to have him sitting with me on the Prime Real Estate Network Live. I would like to introduce to the audience, CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis. How you doing, Mike?
Man, what is going on, Mr. Real Estate, Prime Real Estate Ric? We here today, man. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me on the show, my brother.
No, man. We do this annually around this same time. You know, we're here in the fall season, and one of the highlights on the Brooks and Davis calendar annually is our real estate summit. We had such a great turnout last year. I'm really excited about the turnout this year. So for the members of our audience, Mike, that haven't had an opportunity to attend the Brooks and Davis Real Estate Summit in the past, could you give us a little background on what motivated Brooks and Davis to start this summit?
Absolutely.
What type of benefits have you been seeing? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here, man. First of all, I want to say thank you for having me on the show and all the great work that the Prime Real Estate Network is doing and that you're doing specifically. But yeah, this year is our annual real estate summit. This is actually the 6th year that the event, and we've already impacted hundreds of families with this summit. It's going to be here in 2 weeks. October 18th is going to be at One Church at Bethel's Family, which is located in the Houston, Fondren Southwest area. This honestly, Ric, man, this is more than an event. Like it's a movement about empowerment and stability and wealth building, right? This thing is geared towards first-time home buyers, first-time investors, and first-time sellers. Because the reality, Ric, you asked me about like what really prompted us to want to do such a large event. I don't know of any other brokerage firms that do a very large consumer-facing event like we do every year, but it had to do about us wanting to help families. We want to help families more. We want to help them move from renting to owning. We wanted to help sellers maximize their value when it came time, especially if this was their first time ever doing it. And we wanted to make sure that new investors were able to build wealth and they had the resources that they needed to be able to achieve that. So, fast forward 6 years, and now, we've already had over 600 people participate in our summits thus far. We've connected with over 200 vendors, and it's just been an amazing experience and a time, and we're absolutely looking forward to this one that's coming up in 2 weeks.
For those members of our audience that are going to add the Brooks and Davis Real Estate Summit to their social calendar in 2 weeks, what can they expect when they arrive at Bethel's Family Church?
No, absolutely. So we're going to have 3 different tracks. And as I mentioned before, it's for first-time home buyers, first-time sellers, and first-time investors. And whichever one of those categories that you fit in, when you arrive on the day of the summit, there's going to be a guide and we'll say an usher they're going to help walk you through whatever your particular track is. Like when you go to churchrealestatesummit.com and you register, you're going to pick which track that you're going to go, whether it's buyer, seller, or investor. And even through the registration process, we've catered it specifically to whatever the individual's need is of why they're coming to the summit. So when they get there that day, they're going to be able to speak with experts. If you're a seller, you're experts that are to validate maybe some of your thoughts around your home pricing, to help validate maybe some of your thoughts around where the market is trending. Right. If you're a first time home buyer, you're going to be able to not only attend, workshops that speak to the process, you're going to be taken around an expo area and you're going to actually be able to meet some of the individuals that are going to be a part of the process when you decide to get ready to purchase, when you actually get in the process of being approved and getting a house under contract or begin looking for it, as well as when you begin to own a home, you'll be able to meet some of those individuals as well that you'll need to learn. And then first-time investors, man, you'll be there. You'll be able to meet with experienced investors. You'll be able to network with other first-time investors. You'll also be able to hear from experts as it relates to the different processes and the different phases of not just investment, but also development. And also, Rick, we'll have somebody there that's actually going to talk about their project that if you're ready, you'll actually be able to invest in as well. So it's going to be jam-packed. We're also going to have things there for the children. We actually have a local artist a local author that's going to be bringing some of his books, and he'll be doing live readings for the children that are there. We have the Houston Fire Department. They're going to be there. They're going to have one of their fire trucks for the children, as well as we'll have some games and some other things for the kids. So if you're a parent, you're worried about finding a babysitter, you don't even have to worry about that because we're going to have things there for the kids. Bring them along. It's a complete family event.
What's so impressive about this event, Mike, and I want to give you your flowers here publicly, is that this event has continued to grow, get bigger, and be more interactive and give more of a award or a reward to the community for people who stop by and learn this type of thing. But I know one of the cooler things about this event is that this is one of the rare opportunities that the buying, selling, or investing public will have the opportunity to see all the best and brightest that are under the Brooks and Davis banner all in one place. If you follow Coach Mike on BND TV, if you subscribe to the Prime Real Estate Network channel, there's been so many real estate professionals that are part of the Brooks and Davis family that you might have only seen during interviews, that you might have only seen on the Real to Life podcast. And this opportunity would give you a chance to meet them in person, actually get a feel for their personality, and give 3 dimensions to everything that we do over in Brooks and Davis. So how excited are you to have all of the talent, all of those great real estate practitioners under the one roof for the Real Estate Summit?
That's a great question, Rick. I love having the opportunity for something like our Real Estate Summit as a linchpin to pull the entire brokerage firm together. As you said before, everybody's going to take part in this. My team leads, my leadership team, those new agents, those individuals that are thinking about, considering Brooks and Davis. It brings everybody out, right? I have a host of success stories, Rick, that range from Miss Dorothy McDonald and her husband, attending the summit, them connecting with Margaret, and Margaret being able to educate them, walk them through the process to eventually sell their current home, which had major foundation issues, but Margaret was able to help them sell that to an investor, and then help them purchase a brand new home. And all of that happened through the Real Estate Summit. Also, we have agents, she's actually on our leadership team, Ms. Laverne Moore. She was with another brokerage firm, and she had came to the Real Estate Summit just to check us out. And then she decided after the summit, and she saw all the great work we were doing and how we were impacting the community, she decided to come on board, and she's been very instrumental in our recruiting process and definitely on our leadership team. So, I have a host of stories like that, Rick, that just talks about all the great benefit that comes from people participating in the Real Estate Summit, getting educated, getting empowered, and then finding the right guidance to get them to that next move.
Perfect. I want to urge everyone in the audience to go to www.churchrealestatesummit.com. You'll get all the information about Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm and the Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm Real Estate Summit. Coach Mike, could you just share in closing with our audience the address, date, time, so that we make sure that everyone in the Prime Real Estate Network audience has every opportunity to come and be impacted positively by the Church Real Estate Summit?
Absolutely, Rick. I'm going to absolutely do that. And before that, Rick, I just want to remind everybody, look, if you're a buyer, these are some of the tangible benefits. You're going to be able to learn how you could qualify for up to $150,000 worth of assistance, right? If you're a seller, like I said before, you're going to be able to verify your home's true value and hear what today's buyers really want. As an investor, you're going to get that step-by-step guidance on buying your first investment property or your flip. So, I mean, if you're somebody right now and internally you're thinking, hey, is it the right time? Is the time for me? Is it time for me to do something? The answer is yes, right? If you're thinking, look, I want to stop renting, right? And, I've been thinking about it. I just haven't figured out how to get there. This is the event you need to come to, right? Are you thinking, is it the right time to sell, right? Is this the moment? Well, this is where you come and find out. Maybe you're that person and you're like, man, how do I start investing? Right? If these are the thoughts that you're having, this is where you need to come right now. What Rick said, go to churchrealestatesummit.com, find the area that you need to sign up for so you can get the free this free guidance. Listen, it's free, but seats are limited, right? So there is an opportunity where things are going to max out, things are going to sell out. So we don't want you to miss out. So again, October 18th. It's going to be at the church, one church at Bethel's Family in the Houston, Fondren Southwest area, right? We're going to start at 9:00. When you go to churchrealestatesummit.com, we have the address on there. I'm not going to do it a disservice by trying to say the address. But if you go to churchrealestatesummit.com or you Google One Church at Bethel's Family, you'll be able to pull the address. And but make sure you register, because once you register, we're also going to be sending, as we lead up to the Real Estate Summit, we're going to be sending out emails. We're going to be sending out information about the speakers. We're going to be sending out information about the vendors to really keep the buzz going and get you super excited about being there. So, Rick, I know you're going to be there. I know the rest of the Brooks and Davis team is going to be there. And as you can hear in my voice, I'm extremely excited about the impact. I mean, we want over 200 people to be here this year, Rick, and we know we can get it done. So we're going to be ready for them when they show up.
No, absolutely, man. This is outstanding, man. Once again, kudos to you. Kudos to the team over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. I'll give a huge shout out to our super producer, Jay Joseph, for making it happen with us this morning. Man, Coach Mike, I'm really excited. I'm sure everyone in the audience is excited as well. You've done a great job of illustrating the when, the where, the how, and giving us an idea of what to expect. So as always, sir, what you do in the community is something that not only do you deserve credit for, but being able to lead an organization that is so impactful in the local Houston area. So thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for your time this morning. I want to give a huge shout out to everybody over at the Prime Real Estate Network. Huge shout out to everyone over at Brooks and Davis that's putting in so much work behind the scenes to get this real estate summit put together for you all. Until next Thursday, when it's time for the Prime Real Estate Network Live, I hope everyone in our audience can please be safe and be blessed.